So there's some purple Cherokee and crimson cushion beefsteak that's going to go on that pizza for James. I'm going to talk about Waitress the musical, which got top of the stack. Awesome. And these other ones. So I'm going to say that today everything in the stack was worth watching as far as I'm concerned.
So there was Parallax, Lilo, and Stitch.
Yeah.
And I can't recall the other ones. Sand Wars. That one looked awesome. And you were telling me a bit about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was looking through them and just a few seconds ago, and I remembered some of the titles just from looking at them and also hearing you talk about them.
So I want you to first try your smoothie.
Okay, here we go. Now, is this the adventuresome one?
I'm a little bit frightened of what the reaction will be.
No,
that's why James got pizza
too?
today.
Okay, well, let's see. So tell the ingredients to people. Or
Well,
do you want the reaction first?
Half of a package, one of those pretty big packages of zesty radish microgreens.
Yeah. But you put half a package in.
Yeah.
Okay, so what else? What's going to sweeten that up?
Pineapple.
Well, that's going to do at least part of the job.
Some Evans cherries.
Well, that's not going to sweeten it up,
No.
but they are good. Yeah.
And strawberries and blueberries.
Well, that's going to do a lot of the job.
Some almond milk and concentrated fruit juice. A little bit.
Well, we'll see how it goes. Okay, here goes everything. It tastes like radish, but sweet. It actually isn't that bad.
Wow.
I'm glad she told me the radish was in because it's very different taste.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of tangy sweet. So it's got a weird tang to it, but it's not like bitter or anything like that. That's bizarre. Really, really different taste. So give it a try, folks.
All right. So I'm going to talk
just
about
make
these,
sure put a lot of sweet in.
Maybe James might talk about Parallax View a little bit. Did you watch it at all or no?
I just peeked in and stuff like that. I mean, Warren Beatty was looking handsome per usual.
Okay, because I have to seed some of these. So anyway, how I normally seed the tomatoes is I'll put the glass and I'll prop the strainer up somehow, usually with the container that I'm going to put the tomatoes in, because usually I do a whole bunch while I'm watching movies. I'll strain a whole bunch of seeds, right? But today this is a little bit different, so I'm not doing that today. And I like to save as many of the seeds as possible. So if you remember from when I harvested these and showed you that I had, I told you earlier on in the season sometime, I can't remember when, but I'd mentioned how I'd grown Cherokee tomatoes in the past, and I was so disappointed because they just kept splitting. And so finally I just gave up on them. Well, I gave up on them in 2017, and I saved the seeds from them, and then I tried them again this year. And I don't know why, different year, different growing year, I think it might be the fact that we're using soaker hoses exclusively for the watering back, besides rain, right? For the watering back there. But I don't know, maybe it's just a different season or gardening season or what, but you can see these crimson cushion beefsteaks, perfect, absolutely perfect tomatoes. So I had no problem with splitting this year.
I can remember them splitting. It got quite gruesome by times.
It was terrible. It was so frustrating because if we didn't find them right away, they were split right on the vine, right on the plant. We didn't find them right away. Well, they were done, and it was annoying. It's annoying anyway. Right? Yeah, it's annoying anyway, right? Because you have to use them right away. But yeah, it's nice to have different kinds of tomatoes because they look so beautiful on whatever you're eating. But it's nice sometimes to have the same ones too. So we'll see which James prefers. I'm going to finish cutting this because then I can put the seeds on the same thing. But we'll see if he prefers the Crimson Cushion beefsteak. So
Crimson.
No, this one is Cherokee that I'm seeding right now, and that's on your thing. And what's up to come, the brighter red one is like they consider this purple. It's called Cherokee purple beefsteak. Well, it's sort of purplish, I guess. It's but there are some tomatoes that are truly purple. They're quite purple now. So called Cherokee purple one is kind of stretching it a bit, but there's all sorts of beautiful tomatoes now that people are coming up with, and I would love to grow them, but you know what, I love growing just whatever. I'm very happy with the selection we have this year.
Lots of variety.
Yeah. All right, so and now I will have more Cherokees to grow another year. I'm very happy every time I save the seeds. I'm thrilled. I try to save as many as possible, and then I'll give some away, and others I will keep.
Everything gets used.
Yeah.
The flesh I eat, only saves the seeds.
Well,
she's even saving the juice.
I'm not eating these ones today because James is eating these ones today. And yes, I kind of munch them up, taking the seeds out sometimes. But they're
it is what it is. It gets munched up in your stomach anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
I suppose it does. So yeah, then I strain them and I put them on. I don't know if you noticed the cardboard pieces that were in front of James, but you know, when I started saving seeds, I used cardboard to put the seeds on. But then I found that it's actually better to put them on styrofoam. Works out perfectly. And I'll show you sometime. I'll lift some off of a styrofoam tray and off of cardboard, and it's really frustrating using the cardboard actually, but I don't have a lot of styrofoam because I used to get the Costco used to have the garlic bread on the styrofoam, and we'd get that for free from the Salvation Army. I was very thankful for that. And then Costco changed their garlic toast. The best thing about that garlic bread that they used to make at Costco was the styrofoam tray, honestly, for me. As much as I was thankful, we ate it and everything, but honestly, I think they used pickled garlic back then. It wasn't very good, but...
Oh yeah, well,
yeah.
I don't know what was wrong with it.
Yeah.
It wasn't the greatest.
It wasn't the greatest.
It tasted rotten. How can you get rotten garlic?
I think it's that they pickled it or something. But yeah, it didn't taste very good. So anyway, they changed their recipe, and they don't serve it on that styrofoam tray anymore. And I do have trays still, but a lot of them, you know, over the years they break down, even though the seeds come off pretty well. Way better than with the cardboard. But still, they break down over the years. Especially since I dry my seeds on the deck, because I don't want any more fruit flies in my house than absolutely necessary. I don't want any in the house, but it is handy actually having the fruit flies, just a few every once in a while, because they'll tell me when I've harvested tomatoes that are split or something and haven't noticed, because right away they know, and so they go after the stuff, and I'm able to pick through my tomatoes and find them and then put them in the fridge right away. So that's how I've been doing it. So there's some Cherokee purple, and then I can use the same thing, and then we'll see if James prefers Cherokee purple or crimson cushion. But what I'm hoping to do next year is to grow the different colored ones all beside each other and see what happens. Because if you looked at the crimson cushion beefsteak and the Cherokee, they have a sort of similar kind of crinkliness to them. I guess the cushion appearance, and that's kind of cool. I like that. And this one, it turned out he's not very big. He's the first beefsteak I harvested from the garden, the first crimson cushion beefsteak, and he's just a little guy. It's really not that big a beefsteak, but we'll see how the other ones do. I don't know why he ripened up so fast, and there's the others on the plant. They're growing huge, but they're taking their time about it. I don't know. But it's always nice to have some that ripen up right away, and then some that take their time, because then I don't have to worry so much about eating them all right away. So,
Oh, it's awesome.
It is.
That's one of the huge advantages of having a variety.
Of different tomatoes, yes. All right.
It's not just aesthetically appealing.
Mm-hmm.
You'd probably get a slightly different nutritional effect from each one.
So which do you prefer, crimson cushion or Cherokee for flavor? And
I like the Cherokee.
Really? Okay.
Maybe it's the name. I don't know.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. So, I guess that's a little bit. Sometimes you get some of the inner part of the tomato in there, and we'll eat that too. So, now my hands are all disgusting. I'm going to have to wipe them somewhere so that I can touch the movies. Or I guess maybe I don't have. Well, I should probably.
I can hold this stuff up.
Okay. Yeah, I guess you have one clean hand.
Not really.
I guess I can clean off the cases.
My pants are due for a wash, so I'll just go like this.
So I also brought the stuff to weigh the tomatoes, but I don't know if I'm going to be harvesting tomatoes out here and stuff. I might weigh the ones that I harvested from my yard. This is Tiny Tims from my deck again, so the Tiny Tims are still growing strong, but you can see there's only about half of what there was the last time. So I don't know how much longer they're going to, because I'm not fertilizing them anymore, so we'll see.
They've been very productive.
And I was fertilizing them, if you're wondering.
Yeah.
Because this is a weird season, and I wanted to try to get as much as I could out of them, and I thought it was going to be a short season, but we'll see.
Well,
hoping for the best.
Prediction was close. They were saying 2 above overnight.
So you can go ahead and drink that. And I'm just gonna, there we go.
Just use my pants here. Like I say, they're scheduled for a wash.
All right. So the inside of my hands, the touching part is okay now. So Waitress the musical. When I watched this, I thought, well, this is going to be a musical movie. Well,
when you started off,
experience the Broadway phenomenon, and it's actually done. It's filmed as the Broadway musical. So when I first started watching it, I was like, oh no, I don't want to have to, because I'm not into Broadway musicals. But this one I was very impressed. The way that they used different things in the set to change the set, wheeling different things in and out and whatever, to tell the story, excellent. A very different story than you would expect, because the people that you might want to identify with, they're doing things that you might not want to think favorably of necessarily, or whatever. So yeah, it's very different. So the story itself is awesome. The set design, the way that they told the story that way, awesome. The musical, this is one of the best I've ever heard. The lyrics are awesome. Whoever was writing the lyrics did it in a way that they actually understand the rhythm of the English language. So the lyrics were written so that they could be sung properly, and they were sung properly. The voices were awesome. Everything about this was awesome. So I can understand why this was a Broadway phenomenon. I don't know who wouldn't want to watch this. It was that great. So, borrow it from your public library. Watch it. It's a beautiful story. It's wonderful to listen to, and James wants to listen to it now because I raved about it so much. So I'm going to put it on in the car when we drive to Waterton the next time, and he's going to watch it, and I'll get to listen to it again because it's beautiful to listen to anyway. So wonderful. Everybody who worked on that did the job. Everybody who worked on this will have no problem getting a job doing another musical, because that was perfection. This is how it should be done. Wow. Wow. So I had a hard time deciding with the rest of these, because this was no problem deciding this was top of the stack. But the rest of these, they're also very good, but I don't know, like, they're all worth watching, and I don't know exactly where to put these things. I can understand why, for a long time I would see Warren Beatty and I'd think, well, why in the world did he get the reputation of being this big stud and whatever, right? And then I saw him in this and I'm like, wow, pretty handsome. And because he's not my generation, so this is 1974, I was born after he starred in this movie, and by the time I saw him later on, he was a little bit older and looked a bit different and whatever, right? But
Dick Tracy.
Exactly.
Not have plastic surgery.
But anyway, so Parallax View. This is interesting because James has been talking about the Mafia and JFK and stuff like that lately.
It was shocking when I heard this in the background.
Yeah.
Because it was maybe the day after I started talking about it.
Exactly. So it's very strange the way things will float into my life when it's we're talking about something, and then it's like I summon the things towards me, and I somehow end up watching. So
you had no idea from the cover. That's how you would have got it, right?
No idea. Mm-hmm. I just looked, Parallax View, Warren Beatty, okay. And I decided to watch it. So, yeah, it's a very different movie. And the reason that I decided, okay, well, this probably should go above the other ones, because I did not only is it a great movie, but, and the acting was great, everything like that. And it was really cool that this came to me right when James was talking about that stuff. So I thought that was interesting. But this movie, the way it started out and the way it ended, perfection. They really thought about, I didn't see it coming. Didn't see the ending coming. And looking back on it, well, I should have, right? And that's when a mystery is really great, when you should have seen it coming, but you don't. You didn't figure it out. And then it's very rewarding, right? So because of that beginning and ending, how it worked out, and even me telling you, I haven't given away, you won't know what I'm talking about. So go ahead and watch it and see for yourself, and I bet you'll have the same reaction that I did, that, wow, that's not what I expected. Very cool.
So you're saying Warren Beatty's a pretty good actor?
Yes.
Though
I
it's
am
just
saying
shocking
that.
because usually looks, and it doesn't matter if it's a man or
I
a
know,
woman,
but he did
don't
a
come
good
with
job
acting.
in this. And maybe he was just handled really well. Maybe the director really knew how to use him. I don't know.
No, he was
But
in Bonnie and Clyde. He behaved like you'd
yeah.
expect Clyde Barrow would behave.
So, surprising too. Maybe these ended up like this because they surprised me, right? That's always a factor. Lilo and Stitch, another surprise. Wow. This is the one with the cute little actress. So Disney has been remaking the movies that they really went wrong with back in, what was that, the 80s or 90s, around then.
The Eisen whatever.
Yeah,
Eisner.
Eisner years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
He's
they're
awful.
trying to fix what he ruined over the past years, and they're doing a pretty good job.
You can
of it.
always do that.
Yeah. So this Disney Lilo and Stitch is awesome. The little girl is adorable. She fits the role really well. The computer animation, the special effects that they pump into it, it's perfect. The actors are interacting with these pretend characters perfectly.
Now the little
And
cartoon character, does he actually have teeth?
he does, yeah.
Kind of weird.
Yeah.
Looks slightly aggressive.
Well, he's supposed to in this. So
Uh-oh.
this
So
is
he's a little bit like, what was that name, Gremlin or something like that?
well,
Not quite like the
I don't
Gremlin.
want to give the story away
Okay,
because
all
they
right.
did a great job of telling this here. And I it almost brought tears to my eyes a few times in the movie. So, wow. I did not expect this. Again, shockaroo. That ends up pretty high in the stack. The Accountant, not a shock, because I expected to like this. I actually like Ben Affleck as the Accountant, so
As the accountant, have you liked him in other things though?
I don't think so. He's handsome.
We
and
were
he's-
talking about handsome not being able to act.
Yeah,
He's a poster fellow for that.
yeah, he really is. But
He
he's-
is handsome, there's
he's
no doubt about it.
decent in this role. He's directed well. Frankly, he's cast well for this role. So I did expect to like this, and I did. But there were some things in the movie where I was like, well, I don't understand how, this came to, or this and whatever. And there were some things that weren't explained well in this, so it didn't get up as high, even though I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the action, whatever, and the story is okay, whatever. How to Train Your Dragon, this would have got higher up in the stack because it really was well done. The actor that they got to play the lead and the, I guess, leading
Dragon?
teenage girl
Well, there.
that's working with him, and the other peers his age and whatever, and some other people too. There's some good acting in here, and they were cast well. And the dragons are perfect. The computer animation, flawless. The interaction with that, again, like the Lilo and Stitch, flawless. And
The dragons have cute eyes.
oh, they're great.
Yeah.
This is an awesome movie, except for a few things. So, I know it's fiction and everything, but Vikings with brown skin?
People of color, right?
Come on now. And I know that you're wanting to be diverse, but diverse Vikings is, come on.
Come up
It's
with some
just
stories from somewhere else. But
Yeah, do
yeah,
that.
just don't.
But, and number two, the accents are different. So Vikings with different accents living in the same small town? No.
Well,
No.
oh, yeah, I
So
heard
that ends
American,
up-
I heard Brit stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
So this, frankly, is lucky it didn't go right to the bottom, just with those two things. And those two things could have been easy to remedy, because that movie is worth more than that. It just, somebody wasn't doing the job. Sand wars. I have watched a video about this topic before. This is a documentary, this one.
You might have watched it twice or something.
I might have watched this one before. I'm not sure.
No, not this one, but one about sand.
Yeah,
it's been an issue for about 10 years now.
It's been an issue for a while. And
at least 10.
I don't know if I've watched this one before or if there's another one about it, but I think I watched a different one because there were things in here that I didn't remember seeing. So, but that
you were mentioning stuff that I can't recall from the other one.
Okay. So, yeah, this is something that everyone should watch. Now, why this got bottom of the stack under all those is there were all sorts of people going, we have to do something to protect the sand, and then it's like, okay, and what will that be? And what is that, right? Yeah. And there was one guy who said we could build straw bale instead of using concrete, and I was like, yeah, that sounds good. And then I was thinking, wait a minute, but most people just use concrete for homes. Most people, this is a video where it would reach just Joe Public. What can you do, right? And you can build a straw bale home, but you're still, what's your foundation going to be made of? So what he was saying is, don't use so much concrete. Don't use, there are other options, use them, right? Like this one guy was talking about, he had steel beams and stuff like that, okay, and is that on a concrete foundation? Probably. And that's probably all that people building homes are going to use concrete for too, so you haven't really come up with any solution for the people who will actually be watching this. So
how many houses actually have concrete?
Well,
in North America, it's a lot of wood around here.
Yeah, exactly. It's concrete foundation.
The basement. Yeah, exactly right. Where it would get used is, I think the Americans build a lot of their highways out of concrete.
But I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of things that people might not think about that they need to learn about in this, about the politics of, the sand moving around and how people are thinking, oh yeah, certain islands disappearing, water levels, whatever, and it must be climate change. Maybe you should watch this video, and then you might think differently. So, anyway. I don't need to talk about what happens in this video now. You can look for yourself. Borrow it from the public library. So,
5 minutes?
in less, 52 seconds, I might have time to actually weigh these tomatoes.
Yeah.
But how's your pizza?
It almost disappeared.
That's great.
And that wasn't a small pizza. So.
No. Well, I forgot to put a container on here to weigh it, to do the tear weight. Okay. Tear. Now, this one is 15 ounces, and this one is 14.6 ounces. Would you look at that? I was sure that this one was going to be more. No, 14.6 and 15. Wow, okay.
Just a little under 2 pounds, I guess.
Yep.